Hey friends, this is your boy, BigTCGFan, coming at you with another video, and today we're finally going to have our throwdown. I brought my good friend, Mr. Junie here. Wave to the camera, Junie. Say hi.
Hello.
And what we're going to do is we're going to play some Ultimate Combat. We've got the two decks sleeved up. As you can see, I got my custom sleeves, and Mr. Junie has some plain blue ones. And so we're going to go ahead and do this thing. We already rolled off, and I won the roll. So I'll be going first with Ultimate Combat. Both players, before the start of the game, will draw 10 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now let me show you guys my hand here. Now we did a couple practice runs, and this card right here ended up being the MVP of the game. Pretty brutal. So, very. The person who goes first, you can talk. That's fine. You don't have to whisper. Yeah. The mic's right here, by the way. So don't get too close, though. But anyways, so the way this works with the Ultimate Combat is the guy who goes first does not draw a card. He just plays straight off his hand. You're allowed to play one foundation card, which is very similar to Magic Gathering. It's a land. So I'm going to go ahead. Let me see what I got going on here. Okay, cool. All right, we're going to do this. I'm going to play Experience right here, and then I'm going to pay that one. Unlike Magic, the cards go upside down when they're used. And I'm going to play a movement card, move right, and it goes sitting right here by my die. So basically now I'm moving to the right. So if he doesn't have a movement card, then I will actually get a bonus of +1 on all my attacks against him. That concludes my turn. Mr. Junie, it's now your turn. You get to draw your one card and then play. You're supposed to draw a card. Did you draw a card? Yes. Don't forget. I know it's a new game. It's a new game for both of us. We've literally only played a couple times. So which card? What are you going to play first? You're going to play a Foundation? Which one?
Foundation.
All right. Which one is that? Don't show me. Show the camera.
Conditioning.
All right, go ahead and put it in play. And then if you have anything, you can play it like a movement, or if not, then that'll be the end of the turn for you. Then your domination will come, little man. I will crush you like the feeble opponent you are. Maybe.
Okay.
Do you have anything? For one?
Attacker's movement count?
Yep, movement does. You can do movement. You can pay 1. All right. So he's going to go ahead and put 1 foundation. He's going to do move right. So actually, the way the game works, we're moving in different directions because his right and my right are not the same right. But that works because then that keeps me from getting that +1 bonus because he has a movement in play. Now, if he were moving left and I were moving right, then we'd be both moving the same direction and we both would get a +2 to all of our attacks. In this case, we get neither. All right, does that conclude your turn?
Yep.
All right, so now it's my turn. Now, in this game, you're allowed to draw up to, I have 9 cards in my hand, so you're allowed to draw back up to 10. If you have 10 cards, you draw 1. So I drew 1. All right, so I'm going to play Foundation. So now I have 2. And with these 2, I can now finally play a technique. I'm going to actually only pay 1 of Experience. I'm going to play a drop jab. It's a 3-1. Now, the turn they come into play, you're not allowed to attack with them. That concludes my turn, Mr. Junie. So you can draw back up to 10, and then do your business. You're only allowed to attack with 1 technique per turn unless you use a combination card, an advantage combination card. What do you just go ahead and put it into play, Mr. Junie? All right. So he's putting in a knowledge instead of right next to each other. Perfect. So now you have 2. So you can now play a technique if you have one. Any mighty martial art techniques that you would happen to know, Grandmaster Sensei Junie? You have anything good?
I mean, the only thing I got is a full Nelson, but that requires a book and 2 other things.
Oh, that's your only technique?
No. I also have another one. It's a 6-5.
Yeah, you can play talismans too.
I can play G Patch Horse. I'm gonna play that.
Yes. And you have to pay 1 conditioning, And this is basically a mana rock, which is pretty sweet. These are amazing cards. So he can use that to tap. So next turn he'll be able to. The bad news is he's about to get pulverized for 3.
Oh, man.
But it happens. Are you done?
Yep.
All right. So I have 7 cards in hand. I get to draw back up to 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, nice. I wanted one of those. I was dreaming about the day I would get one. The great thing about talismans is you can play them immediately. So I'm going to put out a fighting spirit, and I'm going to drain it to play a talisman. Mine's G-Patch Falcon. All right, and I have 3, so now I can play 1, 2. I can drain these 3 and play Technique Headlock.
Ooh. Oh no. 3/3.
And I'm going to go ahead and use my technique and hit you for 3. You have nothing to block with, so you have to knock it down to 17. Bam!
I'm at 17 health currently.
Drop jab. And now it is your turn, Sensei Junie. First thing you want to do is untap your... reset. 2 cards. Oh, you don't have to show them the cards. Because you're actually the enemy. I'm the mighty martial artist. This is my channel. I will crush you. All right.
Oh, we got a pretty good one. Restrict options. Right
There
here.
you go. All right, that one's fun because it keeps me from drawing a bunch of cards. The best time to play that is when I use a whole bunch of cards in my hand, and then you turn around and hit me with that, and I can't draw back up for another turn. So you just put that in your hand. You got anything you can play? You can play that one guy. Well, no, you can't play that right now. You have put that back in your hand. Yeah, you're one. Oh no, you do have. Never mind. You have this guy. But you need to get a blocker. If I were you, I'd play a blocker, because otherwise I'm going to hit you for 3 again.
I'm gonna put out my full Nelson here, a book, and 2 others. So
a
yeah.
knowledge and 2 others.
Yep, 1 knowledge, and these 2 right here. All my mana is gone.
Well, you have 1 left, but you don't want to use that on.
Yeah.
If you have anything you can do. All right, so you have a full Nelson in play. All right, which means if I throw anything at you, it'll just die horribly. All right, so now it's my turn. I get to draw back up to. I have 7 cards in hand. I get to draw 3. Yeah, this game has a lot of drawing in it, which is quite good. Oh, nice. Oh, I want to do this. Okay. All right, let me play 1 Foundation Experience card. All right, so what we're going to do now, I can't do that yet. I don't have enough. Well, I could do that. Well, I'm going to try to get him when he has a full hand, which pretty much right now. I'm going to play Agony. Pick up your hand. I get to look at your hand. Pick up your hand. Let me see it. Let's see your hand. All fixed strength cards, which means there's not the power is a 3 or whatever the power is. Any fixed strength cards, he takes a point. Any ones that has an X, he takes 5 points. There's 1. Only 1. He only had 1. So he takes 1 point. I was hoping to get him for a lot more, but my timing was bad. So you're down to 16. And I'm going to attack you with this 3/3.
I'm gonna. It's actually a 3/1, but I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna block with my 3/3.
All right. So they both end up dying, and I do 0 damage to him. Yeah, that's why I did that, just to get it off your field. Oh, no, don't put it on your hand. There you go. All right. And that concludes my turn. It's now your turn. Go ahead. You draw back up to 7. Or draw up to 10. I apologize. So yeah, this is a game that's very similar to Magic in a lot of ways, but then it has some differences to it that are there. But we can also note specifically the insane amount of cheese dogging. Those are the ones you drew?
Yeah, 2
Cool.
knowledge.
The cheese dogging commentary. The entangled foe suffers greatly.
Or for the knowledge, timing devotion yield knowledge. Truly a reward beyond price.
There you go. That's not bad at all, actually. So you play a knowledge card. And so now he has 3 knowledge, 1 conditioning, and then a patch. You can only play 1 a turn, dude. Oh, were those already in play?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. All right, so go ahead and now you can play anything you want. Like that really big guy that you had, that big technique. Where'd your hand go? Right there by your knees. Crazy dude. We're still learning this game, so it's definitely different.
Okay, so my 6'5" here. This
All right,
is
you
going
wanna
to do a lot of damage.
Show him to the board. You can see 6'4". He can move either direction. It's called a lifting sleeve throw. It's an actual throw technique. It requires 2 conditioning and 3 of any. So I believe this is conditioning, right? Yep. So he has to tap both of his conditioning and his patch, and then 3 knowledge cards, and he can put them into play. So you're going to tap the knowledge patch, or the gi patch, horse, and your conditioning card, because this gives you 1 conditioning point.
Oh, I'm going to tap it.
So you have to tap this, and then 3 of those. Excellent. And then you put a 6-5 into play. And unfortunately, with techniques, they can't swing on the turn they come in. But you can see now I'm in a real position here because I only have a 3-3 and he has a 6-5. So he's going to beat me up, is what he's saying over here. He's threatening people. I don't know if I like that very much. All right, so now it's my turn, and I have 8 cards in hand, so I got to draw 2. I forgot to untap those. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put knowledge experience into the field. So now I have six available spirit points, and I'm going to go with this one right here because I can't leave a 6-5 unanswered. So I'm going to play wrist lock, a 5-4. See, now if he attacks me, then what'll happen is they'll end up just bouncing off of each other. Although he'll end up doing 2 points of damage to me, but at least I'll get rid of his 6-4, which is good. All right, so that concludes my turn. So now it's your turn. So you draw back up to your 10 again. See, this game actually has one thing that I'm about to show you. If he attacks me, I'll show it to you. It's a unique way that makes this game very different than Magic. Because in Magic the Gathering, if I had 2 creatures, I could swing with both. You could choose to block one, and the other would get through. But
I got a knowledge, a conditioning, an instep stomp, and a quick jab.
All right, dang, you only had 6 cards in your hand.
Yeah.
Nice. That's the point. One of the things of this game is the more cards you can empty out of your hand, the quicker you can draw. But you have to be careful. If you draw all the cards in your deck and you can't draw any more, then you automatically lose the game. But the game is a little slower than Magic in the sense that you can only attack with 1 technique per turn. All right, so go ahead and you're supposed to untap this there, man. Sensei Junie. All right, Sensei Junie, did you play your conditioning, your foundation for the turn? Yeah, you got to take one out of your hand and put it into play. You're going to want to.
I think I'm going to put a conditioning out here.
Good call. Good call. You want to keep an even amount of spirit points available to you, so that you can play. All right, you got anything you're going to play? Any techniques or actions?
Okay, so I'm going to put out my quick jab here.
Okay,
one knowledge.
And 1 of any other. Another way, dude. Yeah, we're both used to playing Magic a little more than this game. So sometimes things like for example, that when you drain these or tap them, you turn them upside down. You don't turn them sideways like in Magic. And they did that because at the time Magic the Gathering had a copyright on tapping or turning a card sideways. So this guy's way to get around that was to turn them upside down. So there's that. All right, are you going to be attacking with your 6-4 behemoth?
I'm going to attack with my 6-4 behemoth.
So you turn him upside down and put him out in the field of combat. All right. So I'm going to block with my wrist lock, and I do have a response. For 0, I'm going to play this. It's called Counter 0. Counter allows a counter attack. Must be played on a technique being used for a defense. And so what that does is that makes it so I add this guy as an attack. So we add this on. So it becomes an 8-7. All right? So what will end up happening is this will die and his 6-5 will die, but my 5-4 will live. Yep. It was a brilliant strategy of martial arts on my part. And can you play any other things? You still have several cards in play. You can play. You can do. You got this, 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 and this. So
I think I'm gonna play my G-Patch horse here.
Okay. You gonna play any more of Technicarus?
I think I'll play this quick jab right here.
Oh, you already played it.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to play? So put those back. Yeah, you already played that. That's why you had those two there. And if you have anything else you can play. Because in this game, like Magic, it has 2 activity phases and then a combat in between. And during combat, the only cards that can be played are these advantage cards.
Okay, I'm going to put out an in-step stomp here.
Uh-oh. That sounds painful. Okay, so it's one conditioning.
Okay.
You have anything else you can play? Yeah, you can play as many cards as you have spirit points. The only rule with techniques is you're not allowed to have more than 4 in play.
Okay, nope.
Nope. All right, so are you done?
Yep.
All right, so now's my turn. I will turn all my cards right side up. That's the great thing I like about the advantage cards is a lot of them are pretty low. I have 7 cards in hand, so I got to draw 3. And now I'm going to start making him feel the pain with my 5-4 beast.
Oh no.
And I'm not done with him yet because I've got bigger plans for him. Bigger, more brutal plans. Things that are going to make him cry. Let me put out a Foundation Fighting Spirit. And I'm going to pay 6, 3 and 6 to put out a Jump Hook Kick 6-4.
Excuse me. Jump hook kick.
Yes. And then I'm going to swing at you with my 5-4 guy.
This doesn't look good.
Doesn't look good. But do you have any counterattacks or anything?
I think I'll go with my in-step stomp guy here.
Okay. And you have anything you can do? Remember that one counter? You could use that if you had it. No?
Hold on.
Yeah, look at your hand. You never know. Remember that you can play advantages during your opponent's turn as well as your own. They're like instants, but only for combat, which is very handy when you're playing a game.
Nope, only foundations and attackers movement.
Oh, all right. So basically, he's going to end up taking 3 damage from the attack, and then his guy dies a horrible death. And it's going to get, yeah. The one good thing for him, though, is I can only attack 1 at a time. So he might be able to come up with something. So you were at 7, you were at 16. So you take 3, so you're down to 13.
Where is this?
There's 14, there's 13 right there.
Right there.
There you go. Okay, so now you draw back up to 10.
Okay,
So yes. So yeah, this game is very much like Magic. It's actually a lot of fun if you can get past the really cheesy art, the questionable cards of indubitable motivation. You know, like the one where the stinky armpit or bat was body odor.
0 and suppress.
All right, there you go. Now make sure you play your foundation first, and then you can look to see if there's anything else you want to do. Because you only have 1 technique in play, so you could definitely look at playing a couple more.
I'm going to put out conditioning here because I need to put more of them out.
Always useful. Put it on top of the others. Perfect. Or underneath. That works. So yeah, all right. So if you have any techniques or any actions or anything you want to play, now's your chance to.
I'm gonna play. Hold on, where is it? It's in my hand somewhere. I know it.
Yep.
Okay, I think I'm gonna play suppress.
All right. What does that do?
Any one opponent, your choice, may take only a build phase on his next turn.
A build phase? Okay, so that means I lose combat, so I can't attack you next turn. That's good. That's great right now because you need to stall me.
Okay. I'm gonna play suppress, which costs 1 knowledge, 1 conditioning, and 2 of any other. Okay.
And like I said, it's kind of corny. It's just some guy holding down some cards. But that's actually a very powerful effect for the game. You basically just took away my combat phase. Literally all I can do next turn is play a foundation card. That's it. I can't play any actions. I can't play any advantages. I can't play any techniques. So there's a really good play, especially right now since he's looking down the barrel of a 6-4 and a 5-4. So he basically just stalled me for a turn. So he might be able to, if he can play any other cards, then he might be able to empty his hand out. Yeah, you might want to put like this. And then it's 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So that way you have 2 knowledge and 2 conditioning left. Do you have anything else you can play? Yeah, because if you can play other things, now is your chance to do it. Have you got 2 of those? Nice.
Knowledge.
You got any techniques?
No, I only got an advantage and foundations and attackers movements.
Okay, yeah. So basically that's all you can do. But it was good to stall me there. All right, so now it's my turn. Unfortunately, I can't really do much. I can draw my cards and that's it. So I can draw 1. So I have 8 cards in hand, so I can draw 2 cards. I can play 1 foundation card, and that's my turn. That's all I can do because of that card.
Man. Okay.
So now you go ahead and reset all your cards.
Okay. These right here. Boop. There we go.
And your gi patch, and you should be good. Yeah, this game is a lot of fun, just like Sensei Long said it would be. And the funny thing is we're not really using it to its full potential. You know, I took out all the weapons, armors, environments cards because I felt as though it would complex the game. And the fact that we had so few foundations that we were only able to play 2 of each dual color, and I decided to get rid of the dual cards and things like that, would have really spiced the game up. You probably could have made 1 decent deck out of that booster box, and that's about it. All right, man. What are you going to do?
I got 2 knowledges.
Again?
Yep, 2 knowledges.
You're just like crazy. All right, so you can play 1 of them.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Man, where are all your other cards at, man?
I think they're like at the bottom.
They shouldn't be.
Last round, I kept on getting foundations at the start, and then towards the end, when I was at low health, then I started finally getting attack cards.
Yeah, it's a challenge for sure with this game to find a way around these things.
Okay, since I have so many knowledge cards, I'm just gonna put 1 out immediately.
Definitely, because you got to empty out cards out of your hand in order to draw. So you want to get as many as you can. You just stack them like this. You didn't get anything else? You just okay. All right, and you're kind of going to be hurting here in a second. All right, so now it's my turn.
This isn't good.
Nope, I can only draw 1 card. But the thing is, I have plenty of options available to me. I'm going to play a foundation. And then let's see here. What can we do? All right, so we have 9 available. 9 available. All right, so I'm going to play. I'm going to play a drop jab, and then I'm going to play an action card because you can actually play action cards that some will stay in play. This one right here, what it does is it reduces the damage of all throws in half. So I'll set that over here into the action pile. At this point now, I'm going to swing at him with my 6-4.
Oh, God.
So you can either block with your 2-1, or you could just take all 6.
I'm going to block with my 2-1 here.
All right. So then you take 5 damage, and this guy dies.
15.
So that'll put you down to 8. Yeah, he's getting basically what's happening to him is the opposite of Mana Screw. You know, in Magic where you'll get a game where you get no lands, or in this case foundations. He's having the opposite problem, and this happens in Magic as well, where you just keep drawing daggone lands. The makers of this game tried to resolve the problem by having such a large hand size, but unfortunately, sometimes it happens. So that concludes my turn. It's now your turn, Sensei Junie. How many cards you got in your hand? So that, yeah, like I said, you just gotta. Sometimes it just sucks when it happens, you know, because it would have been nice to have an epic battle, but sometimes the mighty Sensei Junie runs up against a superior foe in the dojo.
A G-Patch Owl.
All right, was that all you got? Were you had 9 cards in your hand?
Yep.
Ooh, so you drew 1 and you draw mana, basically. So you can play 1 foundation card, and you can. You're only allowed to have 1 1 talisman in play, but you can discard a talisman. So you can put a conditioning out, and then pay 1 knowledge to put out the patch and discard this patch.
Okay.
And what that does, that'll just make it so he has less cards in his hand. So isn't there, and there's nothing else you can do, is there?
Nope.
Nope.
Not really.
It's about to hurt in a second.
I'm trapped.
I'm
in a vicious cycle.
about to bring the pain, is what's going to happen. All right, so I get to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Oh, tap all these. You can see even now I'm still putting them the wrong way. All right, so now I got this here. He has no blockers and 8 life.
Oh, no.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my 6/4, and I'm going to throw down
God.
an advantage combination X. And what this does is it allows me to take any combination of mana, a combination attack of X strength. So basically what happens is I hit him with that, and then I hit him with plus whatever I dumped in, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I just hit him for 16 points of damage, bringing him down to 0 and knocking him unconscious, making me, BigTCGFan, the winner of the match. However, it was a fine match. I sincerely apologize. Unfortunately, Sensei Junie suffered from an acute case of too much foundation-itis and thus ended his career brutally. I can almost imagine the hook jump kick as I flew up into his face, knocking him completely unconscious. Make sure that you like, subscribe, share this video, and comment down below. Peace out.